Hello, fifth grade. Welcome back to our How To week for writing. How to. Yesterday, you guys had the instructions that you needed to make a list of how to stay connected during quarantine. Today, you'll do another how to list, but with just a slightly different prompt. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So today, I'm in Miss Dark's homeroom as an example. Just like every day, I click my classwork tab. And this is what you'll do, of course. So this is an example. I'm not going to anywhere new, keeping it easy. V-Learning Writing, as an example. I'm going to find my video, or excuse me, my diary entry here. So you guys click on your diary entry to open it and add to it. Mine is here. Okay. As you see, I have my entry from yesterday. So how I add to the top, which is just an easy way to see the newest information and my writing doesn't get all mixed up and jumbled. The way I do that is I put my cursor all the way to the top and all the way to the left. So notice how it's blinking next to what I wrote yesterday, April 14th, not at the end, but at the beginning, right? It's blinking there. So now what I do on my keyboard is I touch enter or return, and you saw the whole page went down, right? Then I click arrow up, and now my cursor is blinking on a whole empty line. That's where I start typing, okay? Now I start always, please, with today's date. I would say 90% of fifth graders are doing a good job of this. A few of us are still forgetting. This is super duper important because at this point we have so many entries that it's really confusing without a date. So today's date is April 15th, 2020. Now I click enter or return and I'll automatically just have a new line, right, to write on. Today's writing prompt, hope you're watching, is how to show appreciation during quarantine. So what that means is you need to come up with at least 5 ways that you can show your appreciation during quarantine. Again, just like yesterday, I'm looking for complete sentences, capitalization at the beginning of my sentence, punctuation at the end. Today, I might have some exclamation points. Maybe you put in an example, and if you have a name or a specific place, you capitalize that for our proper nouns. But of course, if you just give me a list, if you give me like quick bullet points and they're not in complete sentences, I will ask you to go back and fix that because this is writing. So we should be writing in complete sentences. So right now you can pause and think, what are some ways, some nice, kind ways that you can show your appreciation to different people in quarantine? In this quarantine time. So maybe that's a way that you and your family have been appreciating people that are delivering packages or delivering food or postal workers. Maybe you're showing your appreciation to different doctors and nurses. I know Braden has been doing some nice things for a neighbor of his that's a nurse. Maybe it's as easy as showing your appreciation to your parents or siblings. These might be small things, but what are little ways that you're showing people that you appreciate them during this crazy, weird time? You need at least 5 in a list form, but it could be more. Maybe you have 7, maybe you come up with 9, maybe 11, whatever. So here's an example. Now I'm going to touch return. And I have to start with a number 1 period, space, and it's going to create a nice list for me, okay? And I will start with the first way I show appreciation in quarantine, there you go, is that I always make extra food to share with my mom and dad, period. So that's my example. Every time I make soup or a frittata or something, I always make extra so I can share it with my mom and dad. My mom and dad are both kind of older, but they're also both still working. So I know that they don't have a lot of time. So sharing my food with them shows me that I appreciate them and that the fact that they're still working and doing risky things. Now I'm brainstorming. Oh, I know. My sister. I appreciate that she is also really stretched for time. You guys have seen in my posts that she's still in college and she's doing V-learning with 4 kids in her house, she's also really busy. So I show my appreciation for her and all her effort by helping her babysit the kids and helping them. So my complete sentence, because I don't want to just type appreciating sister babysitting kids. I'm going to say, the second way I show my appreciation is by helping my sister babysit 4 kids and help them with their V-learning. Period. So notice, capital in the beginning, which actually changed that H, period at the end, and it's a complete sentence. Okay, so maybe here, another transition word I could use. I said the first way, the second way, I might say the third way. I show, misspelling. Now I'm thinking, well, I've appreciated my parents and I've appreciated my sister. Well, my friend Lewis that I live with, he's also working, right? Well, I appreciate him a lot of ways. I make him dinner. I make sure our laundry's done. I load and unload the dishwasher. But I think his favorite thing is that I make sure to have his coffee ready in the morning. So that's going to be my example, right? The third way I show appreciation is by making sure Lewis has coffee ready in the morning. Okay. And so notice that these are a little different. Yesterday, the examples for your how-to list was very general, right? Our list of how we stayed connected yesterday is stuff that everyone can do. Email, call, text, TikTok, Padlets, questions, posting. But these examples today, they're a lot more specific to me, right? So notice I'm doing a lot of I, where I capitalize my I. My sister, right? You guys maybe aren't doing the same thing, so your examples will be more specific to you. However, someone could look at my list and say, hey, I never thought to make extra food like you do for your mom and dad. I might do that. I never thought that maybe, my mom might need help watching the kids. I might do that. Or, hey, making coffee or tea for my mom or dad, or making coffee or tea for my aunt or uncle might be a way I can appreciate them. So even though these are specific to me, they might give other people ideas. So now, of course, the minimum is 5. So I need to come up with 2 more ways. I could say another way I show appreciation in quarantine is by, now I want you to come up with your own, right? And I might say the last way I show appreciation in quarantine. And really think outside the box here, guys. You guys do a lot more than you even realize. Calling someone shows them you appreciate them and their time, right? Maybe helping to clean up, maybe helping your siblings that are younger with their V-learning, maybe just like little things like making sure that you're quiet during certain parts of the day. That's showing that you appreciate your parents taking out the garbage. Little tasks like that show people that you appreciate them. Or maybe they're bigger things, right? Maybe this list will make you think like, ooh, perhaps I need to do a little bit more, and this will motivate you to show people that you appreciate them in different ways. Once again, I'm looking for complete sentences, at least 5 ideas, maybe more, okay? And you should be adding to the top of your document, always with the date first. All right, I look forward to reading your ideas.